I'm just going to leave him time. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Emmaus Borough Council meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, at this time, we'll have personal appeals. If you have a personal appeal, please approach the podium and sign in, and you have 5 minutes for your appeal.
Is this when I would talk?
Yep. Just give your name and your address if you could.
Okay.
And then please sign in.
Yeah, I did sign in.
Okay.
Kathy Lauer Williams, 480 South 2nd Street. Okay, my husband and I own the property abutting Perkiomen Street, and we did not receive notice from the borough required under Pennsylvania Code 1731B for a street vacation. Because the borough code requires personal notice to abutting owners before the ordinance is advertised or enacted, the process is procedurally defective, and this ordinance cannot be lawfully voted on tonight. We also want to be absolutely clear. We have not agreed to any easement, and we have no plans to grant an easement across our portion of that land. Any suggestion that we support or consent to an easement is incorrect. The developer has contacted us multiple times and has threatened to clear cut the land unless we grant him an easement for a drainage system. We do not respond to threats, and we do not consent to any easement. Part of this land lies in a floodplain, and the water table is very high. Installing a drainage system there would increase water flow toward our property and could undermine the root systems of mature trees on our side. We are opposed to any drainage installation on or adjacent to our portion of the land. We also need to raise a serious environmental concern. The apartment property was formerly an industrial forge, and the soil required remediation. Non-ferrous slag and contaminated soil were pushed onto the borough's strip of land, which is this land in question. If drainage is installed there, it could mobilize contaminants and direct them onto our property as well as onto the apartment property. Before any vacation is approved, the borough needs to determine whether contaminated material is present. Otherwise, the borough may assume environmental liability. Given the lack of required notice, the environmental concerns, and the uncertainty about contamination, we request that the borough not enact this ordinance tonight and instead investigate these issues fully.
So
Thank you.
thank you very much. Just a quick response. They are not voting on an ordinance tonight. They would be voting on whether or not they want to advertise an ordinance. Okay. So typically, what happens here, because this is an issue that's there's some controversy between whether or not they should do it. Before we spend money on the solicitor, council will vote to authorize us to either write the ordinance and start the process or not to. So that's what their vote would be tonight. It would, if they do say move forward with the process, then we would go through with everything that you had just said in terms of notifying the owners and the like of that.
Okay.
Okay.
And investigating, because there is contaminants there.
Well, and that's something that we'll have to have a discussion about if they move forward with that process.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, just for the record, since I didn't state it right after we opened the meeting, Councilman Anders will not be joining us this evening, and we have President Dufresne and Councilman Balliet joining us through Zoom. So, all right, does anyone have a community minute to bring forward?
Mr. Vice President, I do. Anybody else? Okay. First, we had an amazing turnout for our first ever Fish with a Cop on Saturday. So I'd like to thank the Salisbury Police Department for their partnership, and a huge thank you to Sherry and Julie for their work in organizing the event. And thank you to Mr. Pepe for coming out and making sure he had extra fishing gear with him. We had a really good turnout. I would say we had 150 people, maybe?
Oh, easily. Yeah,
Maybe?
easily.
Okay. It was a good turnout, and next year's event, well, we already started the plans for that, so it'll be bigger and better yet. And on Sunday, we had the official opening of the Summer Farmers Market. We celebrated the 23rd year of the market, so come on out on Sundays, go to the market, get your locally grown produce, and have some fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, hearing none. For a special presentation, we have a student from Emmaus High School, Ella Daly, with the parking at Emmaus High School. So I think she's on Zoom.
Yep, I'm right here.
All right, so we'll unmute her and we'll allow for her presentation. Do you have anything to show us on the screen?
I do not have anything visual now.
Okay.
All right. I just want to start off by saying good evening. Obviously, my name is Ella Daly. I'm a junior at Emmaus High School. I am here to talk about a growing point of friction in our borough, which will be parking at Emmaus High School. With more than 2,800 students, our current parking setup just isn't really keeping up, and our usually quiet streets have turned to daily competition zones for places to park. This topic is one that I'm very familiar with myself, and I've felt the negative effects of firsthand. However, this conflict is not just impacting students, it also impacts the residents in our community as well, making their daily lives more difficult and lessening their support for Emmaus High School and its students. Right now, we're relying on courtesy rules and informal systems, such as people putting out chairs in the street to manage public space. This is a clear sign that the system isn't really working. One main issue is safety. Overcrowded streets such as Ridge and Pine make it difficult for emergency vehicles and school buses to navigate their routes and properly do their job safely and efficiently. This also creates a divide with the constant search for spots, pitting students against the residents they live next to, creating an antagonistic invader versus defender dynamic, which damages our community's culture as a whole. I have been involved and witnessed many clashes between residents and students firsthand, and I know how it feels when adults in your community seem to be against you while you're just trying to park and get to class on time. I'm proposing a borough and school task force to move from informal and unwritten rules to a clear and agreed on policy, specifically including a permit audit, which will conduct a survey to see how many resident-only spots are actually in use. And right now, many sit empty while students circle the block and search for public space, which isn't available. A shared use agreement, which will include partnering with local institutions such as nearby churches on Pine Street, would help to lease underutilized spots during school hours and could even generate revenue for those organizations involved. A data-based rezoning would help to reassign portions of underused permit spaces to student-permitted parking spots based on actual resident need. Overall, parking is meant to be a welcoming gift from our community to those involved, those visiting, and those living there. Right now, our gift is more of a headache for residents and a barrier for students. I hope we can work together to remodel this plan so that Emmaus remains a place where students feel supported and residents feel respected. I want to thank you for your time and consideration, and I hope I provide ideas for you to think about.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Ella? Thank you for your presentation. And do you have anything else for us? She muted?
I'll ask her on mute.
Do you have
I
anything
do not.
else?
I do not. I'm sorry. That was all I had prepared, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Of course.
At this time, we have the approval of the minutes from April 20th. Would somebody like to make a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Councilwoman Watt, seconded by Councilman Brown. Any corrections or additions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? There are 6 ayes. We have one item to have a vote on under decisions on bids, and that's our heating oil, kerosene, unleaded fuel, and diesel fuel contract. It is a contract that will run through 2028. The only thing I didn't know, Shane, is when does it start? Just after the vote, or is there a specific date?
Yeah, the date is June 1st.
All right, starting June 1st and through
The end.
2028. Lehigh Fuel LLC is the recommended bid to vote on. There was no other bids. And basically, the fuel costs will fluctuate whatever the market is. Basically, what we're paying for is the cost of delivery, which is from 2023, it's going from 35.2 cents per gallon to 40.5 cents per gallon. And that will last through the end of 2028. So would somebody like to make a motion to approve that? Councilwoman Boehm, seconded by Councilman Brown. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Chris, I don't know if you're muted. I saw your mouth move, but I didn't hear you.
No, he spoke.
He's talking and I don't hear him.
I was aye.
Thank you. I don't hear him.
Yeah, Chris,
Chris, can you speak? Because we're not hearing. I see your mouth moving, but I don't hear anything.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can. So that those opposed, there are 6 ayes. Moving on to communications, we have 2. Tax collector Kathleen Mincer is requesting to appoint Deborah Gouldy as the deputy tax collector. She was our previous tax collector and will not need any training. And if anything, she's still helping Kathy out. So would somebody like to make the appointment official with a motion? Councilman Brown, seconded by Councilwoman Watt. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? There are 6 ayes. We also received a letter from Lance Burgess regarding recent railroad modifications on 2nd Street, South 2nd, I guess. And I concur with what he wrote in there about how bad it is, and it's just as bad on Harrison Street, too. And also, if you go one more railroad over into Allentown, it's just as bad there, too. But I believe the letter also went to the actual railroad. So that's not something we have power over, but we can notify them that we're not happy. Anybody else have a letter to bring forward? All right, hearing none. There's no borough engineers report. Solicitors report.
No report.
All right. Unfinished business part 1, new business, unfinished business part 2. We do not have anything. Does anybody have anything to bring forward that is not on the agenda this evening? Hearing none, that leads us to the Madam Mayor's report.
Thank you. You have several proclamations in your iPad this evening. The first one is Proclamation 2026 for 638 is International Compost Awareness Week, which started May 3rd and it runs through the 9th. This year the theme is Compost, Feed the Soil That Feeds Us. You have Proclamation 2026, 639 for Police Week, which runs May 10th to the 16th. So the week of May 10th to the 16th will be known as Emmaus Police Department Week. You have Proclamation 2026, 640, Emergency Medical Services Week, which runs May 17th to the 23rd. And this year the theme is EMS Week, Improving Outcomes Together. You also have Proclamation 2026, 641, National Public Works Week, which runs May 17th to the 23rd. This year the theme is Rooted in Service, Powered by Community. And finally, you have Proclamation 2026, 644, which is National Preservation Month. The month of May is National Preservation Month, and this year the theme is All People Are Created Equal. Progress.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We now move into our committee reports, starting with Public Works. Chairman Balliet.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I have nothing for official action. Our next meeting is Monday, May 11th at 4:45, and that'll be on Zoom. And with that, I'll report progress.
Thank you. Health, Sanitation, and Codes Committee, Chairman Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tonight we have 2 items, but one for official action. We had a very good, productive meeting. The 2 items that we talked at our past meeting was the vacation of Perkiomen Street, which is going to be an official action for tonight. I believe Westrom is here in this representative, and then I believe also Mr. Romick is here back there, and the Williams. Nice to meet you folks. A very good discussion. It was a lot of information. The committee is recommending to move forward with the vacation of Perkiomen Street. There was a, let me go to my notes real quick here. That Westrom will be paying the fees for the writing of the ordinance. There will be no cost to the borough. Am I missing anything else on that? That you got? You
They're
folks
going to cover the cost of the advertising.
and the cost of the advertising. Thank you. So that was it. So that's in form of a motion to vacate the Perkiomen Street, and
All right.
that's all I have for that.
Did you place a motion? I'm
I
sorry.
did. That's an
Motion by Councilman Brown. Is there a second?
Second.
Councilwoman Watt, is there any discussion?
So This would be to direct the solicitor to begin the ordinance process, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? There are 6 ayes.
The other item on our committee agenda was the appeal process regarding Ridge Street. Sorry. I gotta get the address correct here. 215, 217 Ridge Street. Again, a very good, healthy discussion. I want to thank the folks that did come out to discuss this because a lot of great points were made. The committee, we don't need a formal motion tonight for this. I think the best way to handle this is allow the May 10th deadline to just run out. So with that said, the committee was a 3-0 vote to not proceed with the appeal process for 215, 217 Ridge.
All right,
I know
with that
Mr. Gibson's here and
Oh.
some other folks are here.
I was just going to say, with that said, there were 3 options. We could take action to appeal it, we could take no action, or we could take action voting against it. But essentially, not taking action is the same. And other than the committee, is there anyone that would like to bring it forward? If not, I will consider this a dead issue as far as appealing it. All right. With that said, Chairman Brown.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's all I have for tonight.
All right, thank you. Parks and Recreation Committee, Chairman Anders. Oh, he's not here. Nate, would you like to give a report in lieu
Our
of
next
him not being
meeting
here?
is May 21st at 4:45 here in Borough Council.
Thank you. Public Safety Committee, Chairwoman Watt.
Our next meeting is Wednesday, May 13th at 9 a.m. Progress.
Thank you. GA is myself. Our meeting is this Wednesday, 9 a.m. at Zoom, on Zoom. Progress. Budget and Finance Committee, Chairman Dufresne, are you all right with giving your report, or you would like me
I'm
to do
good.
it?
I'm
All right.
good. All right, so we have resolution 2026-19, the bill list resolved by Borough Council to authorize payment of the May 4, 2026 bill list as follows. Bill list $346,465.89. Payroll number 9, $199,442.51. Payroll taxes, $62,882.87, for a total of $608,791.27. Done this 4th of May, 2026. I can make a motion, right, Shane?
You can make a motion. He's not presiding over the meeting.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Okay,
presiding. So.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by President Dufresne. Is there a second? Councilwoman Brem. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? There are 6 ayes.
You can see the budget performance in there. You can see the different revenue and expenses. And our next meeting is this Wednesday, May 6th at 11 a.m. That's going to be in person and on Zoom.
Chris, Shane just said he will not be there. He'll be on Zoom. Or like,
Okay.
yeah, he'll be on Zoom. So, all right. Community Relations Planning and Development Committee, Chairwoman Brem.
Nothing for action tonight. Our next meeting is May 20th at 4:45 in person or via Zoom. Progress.
Thank you. Under Boards and Commission reports, we have a report from the Recreation and Entertainment Commission for their April meeting notes. Personal Appeals Part 2, does anybody have an appeal? I never asked our Zoom guest the first time.
There weren't. There weren't.
Oh, okay. All right, hearing none, and there's no more on there now, right? No. Okay. Which leads us to the Borough Manager's report.
I hired Joseph Zientera as a part-time seasonal public works employee, and I also hired Ian Kenny as a lifeguard for the 2026 season. Other than that, I will report progress for tonight, unless you have any questions.
All right, hearing none. Under President's business, I do not have anything. There is no executive session. Is there a motion to adjourn? Councilman Brown, seconded by
Bless you.
Councilwoman Brem. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
Was that a yes or a no, Chad?
Well, no, that was an aye and not a nay. Aye.
Okay.
Yep, sorry.
Meeting adjourned at 6:21. That gave some brevity to the meeting.
Yeah, I want this meeting to keep continuing.